T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Your beauties, welcome to Bagger TV. Welcome back to my stream. What a result! What a result! You know what? Can we swap this around for the Champions League final? I mean, I'll swap it. Can we swap it, please? Let's swap this around. What a result, lads! We're seriously happy with the result. And you know what? I mean, I keep saying this, but we could have won it by a better margin.
I agree.
Timo Werner, his runs were a little bit off in regards to his timing, but the man's got a knife for goal. He scored a couple of goals today that were disallowed, but he scored. He went around the goalkeeper. He was doing some superb things. Hakim Ziyech, what a performance! What a performance by Hakim Ziyech. I think we had 2 shots on target before he scored. They were only done by Hakim Ziyech. So what a performance! What a result! What an evening! What an evening! And Mendy saves the penalty. Mendy finally saves a penalty. Brilliant. Unlucky Aguero. He was 1 goal away from that Wayne Rooney record, but Mendy is Mendy. I want to say welcome to the panel. I want to say welcome to Bobby, Julius, Pan-Afrique. I want to say welcome to everybody in the stream. Eric, Saeed, and everybody who's joining. What a night, lads. You know what? Today it's all about you lot. So I'm not gonna, talk too much. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to give me your thoughts and share your emotions. I've got Mikhail, who's in the car, who can't wait to get into the stream. Mikhail, welcome to the stream. You know what? It's open to you lot. Let me hear your thoughts, lads. Let me hear your thoughts. I'll start with Julius. Julius, tell me how you're feeling, my man.
Thanks again for having us. I'm not surprised because I said before, City are overrated. All their goals are I don't know, not a single goal they scored that I can give them credit on. It's all from mistakes or from, I don't know, stupidity or luck. We nullified them again. And you know what? We're going to do it in the Champions League a third time, and we're going to beat them for a third time. They don't have any answers for us. We are the better.
We are. Listen. Tuchel has not been defeated by Man City this season. I mean, we lost to Man City, but that was under Lampard. It's all about Tuchel. Pan-Afrique, welcome to the stream, my friend. Tell me how you feeling right now. You're on mute, Pan-Afrique. You're on mute. Oh, your mic isn't working. Try again. Pan-Afrique, reset. Yeah, you have an audio issue. Mikhail, jump in, my man.
Guys, this is the Chelsea thing. We're the spoilers. we spoiled the party once again, loving it, and moving up into third. A scrappy win, but you know what? We needed it, and I'm just loving this moment right now. This is amazing.
You know what? Seriously, I said it wasn't going to be a big issue whether we win, lose, or draw today in regards to the Champions League final. But you know what? The fact that we've won, and in my opinion, we could have won even more comfortably. I don't know, man. That final is looking good. It's looking good. Bobby, tell me how you feeling, my man.
Hey, evening, gents. Evening. I've got to say, guys. I'm pleasantly surprised, if surprise is the right word. I was actually expecting a draw, 0-0, 1-1. I knew there'll be a lot of changes on both sides. Interesting to see Man City dusted down players that sit in the stands most of the time. Your Nathan Akis of this world, and Benjamin Mendy, who barely gets a game. But there you go. That's their business. What this has taught me is, it looks to me like the best team in England. I've been tweeting that, all over Twitter, that the best team in England is not going to win the Premier League this season. And I think, gosh, Chelsea, this is a very good sign for them. This is a very, very, very good omen. I think we are really probably going to have maybe the best season we have ever had so far, because getting into the Champions League, winning the Champions League and the FA Cup is an extraordinary achievement for a manager that just came halfway through the season. Doesn't take away anything from the foundations that Frank helped us lay, but it's extraordinary. The last time we won the Champions League and the FA Cup, we finished outside the top four. We had to win the Champions League to get back in it the next season. So this will be a remarkable thing. And you know what? We can do this.
I believe we can. I believe we can. I believe the positive vibes need to continue, and we can do this because I'm going to get to Tyrone in a second, but Tyrone has been following all the patterns of 2012, 2021, and how close things are aligning and the stars are aligning. But I think it's not only that. I think it's the fact that we have such a good manager, such a good squad this season. We're gonna get that on merit. I'm gonna try Panafrique one more time. Panafrique, is your mic working now? No, it's not working. It's not working. What's going on? Panafrique, we can't hear you. We can't. Can you guys hear Panafrique, or is it just me?
I can't hear.
No, Panafrique, your mic is not working. Tyrone, we just beat Man City for the second time. Yeah, man.
Could we actually do 3 times? Could we actually do 3 times? Oh my gosh, could we get the triple over them? Oh, I had an omen prepared if Aguero had scored that penalty, but I'm happy he didn't score it. And Mendy stopped his first penalty. Yay!
Yeah, I know. But you know what? The good thing about that penalty was that Mendy was actually going the wrong way, and then he was able to stop and come back and pick up that ball. But just shows you how bad that penalty was by what's his name? By Aguero. Panafrique, speak.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Panafrique. We can hear you. Go ahead, mate. How you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling great. Actually, before the game, I predicted us to win by 1-0. Yeah, so I had all the confidence that we were going to win. For me, I have no fear. With us facing Man City, because earlier today I told some friends that we are going to win them 4 times this season. We have done that twice already. So the Champions League is the next, and the Community Shield will be the next. So I have great things concerning Chelsea and Manchester City.
But you know what? Man City. I mean, I agree with a lot that has been said in respect to Man City. Man City are going to probably win the title, but they're not the best team in the Premier League this season. I think. And to be fair, if you were to compare the achievements, should we achieve what we're hoping to achieve and what they're hoping to achieve? If we were to get the FA Cup and the Champions League title, and they get the Carabao Cup and the Premier League title, I think we would say we had a better season than them. In respect to the achievements, I want to say big up to everyone in the chat. Listen, people in the chat, if you want to jump in and have a quick chat with us, you want to come in and say a couple of things about your feelings and the fact that Chelsea have just beaten Man City in the dress rehearsal to the Champions League final. You're more than welcome to do so. There is a link in the pinned comment. Click on that and come in and have a little chat with us. Everyone is welcome. Sudwaki, nice to see you in the chat. Kate, nice to see you in the chat. Who else? Varana, nice to see you in the chat. Eric Blue, everyone in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Listen, lads, I wanna talk a little bit about the game. I mean, do you guys think the penalty decisions were a little bit off? Because I think the Gilmore penalty on who was it? Jesus.
It was light.
And then we look at the other one on Sterling by Zuma. What was the difference? Why was one given? Why was one not given?
Neither were penalties. No on one. They were really soft decisions. And, Jules, I'm listening to Pep now. He looks very unsure of himself about Chelsea. I'm a believer, mate. I think they've been lucky. And I think Chelsea's a problem for them. Chelsea's a big problem for them. They were even lucky today with that penalty decision. And of course, I personally believe it was some sort of instant justice that Aguero took such a horrible penalty for a player of his quality. It was awful.
Could he have done it on purpose?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well. I die. Not with him chasing the record of Wayne Rooney, of being the highest club or the highest goal scorer for a club in the Prem. I think Aguero messed it up, and you can see the reaction on his face. Yeah, he wasn't happy about that, and you can see the reaction on his face when Sterling scored, because he literally took the ball. He shot the ball from in front of Aguero.
He didn't do it, man.
So Sterling has been struggling to score goals. So I guess him taking the opportunity was good for Sterling. Julius, go ahead, mate.
No, I was saying we have to give a lot of credit, as you said in the beginning, to Mendy, because if that went in, everyone would have said, "Oh, what a composed, calm penalty." He read it, and that's not easy to read. That one is not easy to read. The other thing, these two penalties are not penalties, straight up.
I agree.
If we remember how football used to be played back in the days, remember Stam, remember Vidic, remember John Terry, all these aggressive
Ferdinand,
yeah. So, and again, we have to talk about Anthony Taylor and his agenda against Chelsea as well.
That foul on Werner in the first half, spikes up, studs up, straight into his shin. On the side of his shin, he could have broken a leg there, and the referee just waves it away. Like, that was unbelievable.
Yeah. Also, Jesus' tackle on Pulisic, that was quite dangerous as well towards the latter part of the game. No, there were some dangerous tackles that only got yellow cards, some only got fouls. Anthony Taylor picks and chooses what he wants to do and how he wants to interpret the rules, depending on the player and depending on the team. And we've seen that on more than one occasion, especially with Chelsea. Yeah, I'm not sure Anthony Taylor should be refereeing in the Premier League. I don't know. It's not for me to decide, but he's poor. He's poor. Go on, Tal.
He has been good luck to us this season, because he was the referee for the Liverpool game and we won, and then this game we also won.
It's making it difficult though. Difficult.
It's very frustrating though. I'm happy Kovačić wasn't available, because probably would have given a red card, even if he just took the ball from the player. But anyways, the thing is that VAR is just so frustrating. I mean, another situation with an offside. I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi's knee is slightly ahead of the player, and you can't do it by the hand. You can't score with your hand. I just don't get it. What?
And the thing is that if you drew the line they were drawing was against our own player with the ball. It wasn't against their defenders. Our player with the ball was actually in behind their defenders as well. So the line they were drawing was actually from our player to our player. At that point, you have to give the attacking team some benefit. I don't get this VAR, man.
It's inconsistent, man. Inconsistent.
It's kind of frustrating. It's really frustrating, because some fine margins that you just have to let go, give the attacker the benefit of the doubt, because it frustrates attackers, and I think they really have to address the situation probably next season.
I was all ready to be annoyed with Werner again, but he gets an assist right at the end, so he's hands off now. I don't want to say anything.
No, Kyle, I have to say something about Werner. Today, Werner was playing really, really well. I mean, he did have some issues with with timing some of his runs, but his performance today in general was really, really good. And I think Hakim Ziyech was finding him quite well. I think Kante was also finding him quite well. Reece James was finding him quite well. So Werner's performance today was very, very good, and I think he gave Man City a lot of headaches today. And I think that is something that we need to look at for the next match with Man City. I do believe that Werner is on the way. His form is on the way up, and it's about time. But I'm seeing some good stuff with Werner.
I just think Tuchel needs to spend some time with him to work on how to check his runs. He doesn't bother checking his runs at all. I mean, that's something that's coachable. He's either standing offside, which is inexcusable, but okay, fine, whatever. But when he's running, all he needs to do is check his run a little bit. You kind of run parallel to the line for a couple of steps, and then you still carry your momentum through. But he's not even trying to do those things, so I guess it'll come with confidence. But I'm not complaining necessarily. It was just that so many chances. We scored how many times? 4 times in this game. No, 4 times. We put the ball in the net 4 times.
Mikhail, Werner is a very dangerous player. He's part of the reason why we're so dangerous going forward. I'm more than happy to give him time to find his true form. You know,
I'm not being impatient. I just think there's room to grow.
Oh, absolutely. He's showing what he can do, you know. I just think Chelsea, wow. I mean, gosh, we're bringing on Callum Hudson-Odoi. You know what I mean? You know, the guy, you know, he took a little while to warm up. Then when he started warming up, he became dangerous. Then there's Ziyech. Then there's, oh, man, you know, this is a team and a half. It really is. Under this manager, whoa.
We need to put some respect on
I got about sorry, Mikhail. I got about 60 odd people in the chat. Guys, I want you to hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, you gotta be subscribing. I'm like 40 something away from 6,000 subscribers. So do us a favor. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Mikhail, carry on, mate. Apologies for
I just wanted to appreciate Hakim Ziyech today. He had a fantastic goal. We tend to overlook his contributions. He's trying. He doesn't get a lot of chances, but he tries to make an impact whenever he does play. I really liked his goal today. What a clean hit, and what a timely hit.
Yeah, I want to say 1 second. I want to say welcome to Sidwaki. I can see Sidwaki is in the stream and he's got some earphones on. So I appreciate you, mate. Nice one. Respect. Eric Blue, welcome to the stream. I'm going to give Sidwaki a chance to give me his 2 cents on the game. Go ahead, Sidwaki.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, mate.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, okay. As you know, Baggy, I said the other night, that about Werner checking his runs, angling the runs, going a bit later because he has the pace, right? And that's all he has to sort out, right? Yep. Once he sorts that out, he starts getting through more often, getting more chances, the goals are going to start coming, right? I watched Dortmund's Leipzig this afternoon, and Sancho did the same thing, right? Not just Sancho, a couple of other Dortmund players as well, right? It seems to be the German thing to not check their runs, right? I know he's not German, Sancho, but in the German game, there's a lot of offsides, right? I've never, ever underestimated Werner's contribution. I've never, ever underestimated Ziyech's potential contributions and everything, right? You know that. And the same with Pulisic, right? At the very bottom of the Facebook page, right? It's only got 400 and odd members, but they're all select, right? And it's to do with people from before Roman's era, okay? Right? And that's why it's select. And I put on that Facebook page from day one that we have the best squad in the Premier League, but we wouldn't win the league because of Frank Lampard, right? because there was too many foibles with his tactics. Right? For someone who was an attacking midfielder, his only attacking tactic was win the ball, play it wide, cross into the box. That was his only tactic. He never mixed it up. Under this current system with Tuchel, yeah, right, we get the ball forward to the 3. They're all making runs, yeah, and looking to get into the spaces, and the ball moves quick, and they're all quick. And it's not all about just getting the ball down the centre, into the centre of the box all the time, right? We're looking to get the ball in there, but we're looking to do it with numbers in there. And that never happened with Lampard. Time and time again, that tactic was win the ball, play it wide, cross it in the box, and many a time there'll be one player in that box. Now we're doing it differently. We're working the ball into the box, right? And we're getting 2, 3, 4 bodies. When Mason Mount plays as well, and Kante gets some to the edge of the box, right? And the way we attack makes it hard for teams to defend, because you can't man-mark that, right? Yeah. Because you've got... I agree, Scotty.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You got Pulisic, you got Hakim Ziyech, you got Havertz, you got Man, you got like 6, 7 players who are all in the attacking roles. So he's able to mix and match every game. And today we saw someone who's been missing for a while, and that is Callum. He came in, and it was offside. Technically speaking, it was offside, but it was only millimeters, so he could have had that goal. It shows the depth that Chelsea have in their squad, and especially in attack. And this system, we don't have a clear target man. No Abraham, no Giroud. Everyone is there and thereabouts in regards to goal contributions. And to be fair, I was really, really happy to see Hakim Ziyech score today. And you could tell that he wanted that goal today. He had a couple of shots before that. But when the opportunity came, and he slotted it in really, really well. I want to give Eric a chance to come in, and then we'll go to Bright. He's new to the stream. So, Eric, give me your 2 cents on the game, mate. Eric Blue, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Up Chelsea.
I think Eric Blue is away from his computer. Bright, welcome to the stream. Let me know what you thought about the match, mate.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but I live in Italy. Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome,
my friend. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah, I'm so happy for the result today. I'm so excited. Yeah. I'm so happy.
What did you think about the goals and the penalty decisions, and generally the events of the game? What was your reaction to all of that?
No. It's not a penalty, because he just defend the ball well. He's following on the back. No, he just fell down. No. It's not a penalty. No. It's not a penalty. No. Okay. Anyway, right now we Chelsea fans, we are happy about the result today. But in final, we have to be very careful.
Yeah.
In final. Yeah. We need to be very, very careful in final. Anyway, I'm happy.
Do you think this result is going to have an impact on our motivation for the final? Do you think the fact that we beat Man City twice already this season?
Yes, true. Sure. Yeah, we will beat Man City final. I believe we will beat them. Because why I say we believe I will beat them, now we can see that our squad doesn't play today. Our full squad doesn't play today. The game.
Yeah.
No Kovačić is not there. Okay. No Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Mount is not there. Silva is not there.
Christensen injured.
Ben Chilwell is bench. He's not there too in that game today.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah. So in that final, all these players, they'll be there. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah. Go ahead.
So in that final, Kovačić will be there in that game. Then Ben Chilwell will be there.
Sure. I want to ask you a question.
Mason Mount will be there. So the coach Tuchel he will use the information. He will change information. So we will win them that final. Yeah, we will win them. But we need to be very, very careful. We need to be very, very careful. And defense, we need to defend very well and very, very careful. Yeah.
Right, I want to ask you a question. It's a little bit off topic. It's a little bit off topic, but yeah, you said you're in Italy in the Roma, correct?
Yeah.
How is Roma feeling about Jose Mourinho coming over? Because Jose Mourinho is one of our legends in in management over the past few years. So the fact that he's come over to Roma, is any Chelsea fans switching to Roma?
I wish you good luck.
Good luck, yeah, brilliant. Right, well, thank you for your feedback. You're welcome to stay and join in the discussion. I want to say,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, like I said before, in that final, let me
just introduce everyone and give everyone a chance, and then I'll open the discussion to everyone. I'm gonna try Eric Blue again. Eric Blue, how you doing? Can you hear us now? Eric Blue? No, Eric Blue still not here. D Zion, Lucas TV. How are you, my friend?
What's up? This is how we go when the week comes in.
Chelsea's up, man. Chelsea's up.
Oh, honestly speaking, I'm very gassed. I'm very happy today. I knew the game was going to be very scrappy because both teams are not going to line up with their best starting 11. So it's going to be a bit of a scrappy game. And I wasn't expecting too much of high scoring lineup. I was expecting just about me. I said my match predicted scoreline was going to be a 1-0. But if Werner would have learned to know how to keep his line, we would have get more goals. And also, I'm not really pointing at negativity. I'm very happy with the win, but I know that Christensen, he did the same thing that he did, the mistake, the same thing happened, but then he got away with it. The second one, I wasn't sure he was going to get away with that. But besides that, the guys were good defensively. They were packed. They were in their shape. It kept Man City away. They couldn't have as many chances that they should get. Either if Chelsea hadn't make any mistake, there was not going to be any chance for Manchester City. I know there was a penalty in there. There was a penalty, supposed to be a penalty, but hey, it is how do you call it? VAR, and then Martin Taylor or whatever his name. What's his name?
Anthony
Taylor. So Anthony Taylor, I've done so many bad things to us in previous games. So if this game goes our way, hey, I'm ready for it. And no one should be panicked. I don't want any Chelsea fans to be panicked at all. Pep Guardiola is not going to do anything different besides what he did today. That is his tactics. He's got nothing different in the basket for him to let out on the May 29th. He's got nothing. 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 We got this. We're going to win the finals. Don't worry. That's all. Come on,
Last time. Eric Blue, this is your last chance, man. Say something.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yes.
We're
here. Yeah.
All right, Eric Blue, tell me how you feeling, mate. Tell me how you feeling.
Yeah. I have to say, you guys are making me uncomfortable. I'm sorry. You're making me feel uneasy because I think we just need to dial it down a little bit. We just need to relax. Because in the words of Mount, we haven't won anything. We haven't won anything yet. So we just need to relax, take it a step at a time, get that FA Cup, and then we'll see what happens on the 29th.
Yeah.
Because you people make me very excited. It's good. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to ruin the mood.
Eric, now I wish your mic didn't start working again. No, for real. Eric, you make some very, very good points there. You make some very, very good points. You see, the thing is this. Right now, this is the match reaction. We are just celebrating the win. We are pleased. We are hyped. We are excited that we have beaten Man City, the team that is literally going to pick up the Premier League title in a few days. We've beaten them. We've beaten them at home. They're home. Okay, and now we're going to be facing them again for the fourth time this season.
Yeah.
And
I want to say something after you finish.
I'll give you a chance, Tyrone. I'll give you a chance. We're gonna be facing them for the fourth time this season, having beaten them twice already. That's why we're happy. I mean, we haven't won anything, and I agree with you 110%. We should not be celebrating right now, but I mean, we should not be over celebrating right now. We should be celebrating, but we shouldn't be over celebrating right now. But yeah, no, it is really, really good to be in this position. I'm gonna let Eric finish off his comment because I cut him off, and then we'll transfer back to Tyrone to conclude.
Yeah, the whole thing with Tyrone as well, with the omens and the parallels. I mean, you need to, like, if you just take like a few minutes to do the research, the parallels with Chelsea in particular, it's actually crazy. Personally, I don't believe that stuff. But what I'll say is, if we win the Champions League, it will be because we are the better team. We deserve to win, and we beat them fair and square. So that's what I'm hoping for. And good performance, good results. Hopefully we make it 3 times in the same season, and I'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to say a big thank you to Gabriel for the super chat, and I agree with you. The second half performance, the result that we got was the result that we deserved. The way we were playing, the way we were dominating. I agree. Chelsea won today, and they won because they earned that victory. And Gabriel, I really appreciate your super chats, mate. Thank you for your support to Baggy TV. Appreciate you. Tyrone, go ahead, mate.
All right. I just saw that super chat, and something brought me back to 2012 about that penalty miss, and then we went on to win the game. But anyways, I have 2 things to say. One is a question, and one thing is something that is my opinion. The question is, you think that Thomas Tuchel plays Timo Werner to show the hierarchy that we actually need a striker? And I mean, he's doing things other than scoring, like assists and making the runs to create more chances for other players. But do you think that he's playing him game after game, not only because of what he offers, even though he's not scoring, but to show the hierarchy that we actually need a striker as well?
I don't think he's doing it for that particular purpose. I think he's doing it because he wants Timo Werner to start to perform, because the hierarchy want him to perform. The hierarchy want to see Werner performing because they invested money in him and they want him to perform. So I don't think he's doing it for the other reason. I think he's doing it more for the fact that he wants him to perform rather than to show that we need a striker. I think the fact that we need a striker is clear for everyone to see. That being said, the way we're playing right now, and the way that we're developing right now, the type of striker is in my opinion, is leaning more towards the low center of gravity, the skillful type of striker, rather than the more traditional big, a 6 foot tall target man kind of striker.
Yeah,
so that's the first part of the question. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and the second thing is something that's regarding Ziyech. I'm pretty sure some people might say that this is probably wrong, but I think some aspects of Hakim Ziyech's game is underrated, because I mean, a lot of fans complain about us not taking chances outside of the box. And one thing I've noticed with Ziyech is that not only today, but in previous games, because I rewatched some of the games yesterday, and one thing I realized with Hakim Ziyech is that Hakim Ziyech tends to try to score from outside of the box, try to, sometimes it's deflected, sometimes it's intercepted. And I mean, it sometimes doesn't need to go, but he continues to do it, and today it paid off. And aspects like that is something that we don't really pay attention to, really, and we don't really respect, because sometimes Hakim Ziyech doesn't have the best game, like most of the team, but he still does things that are commendable, and some things that I think he deserves to be paid off for. Because the inconsistency with the fans is that, if they have a quote-unquote agenda against some players, if they have a good performance, they won't say that they had a great performance. You commend them when they do good. It's always when they do bad, you say, oh, this is why Hakim Ziyech doesn't deserve to be playing this and that. And when he does things like this, it's not really pointed out. It's not really mentioned. Like, okay, Hakim Ziyech did this. It's commendable. He led to a goal. He started the momentum to lead to a second goal to ensure that we have the same intensity to score another. But people won't really, you know, commend him when he does things like that, and that's something that really frustrates me in particular, because you have to be consistent with it. You commend them when they do bad, when they do good, and when they're bad, you point them out. But that's not the case.
Tyrone, you know, this is a point I wanted to make as well, because at halftime, I actually jumped on to Younes Talks Football's watch along stream, and I was reading the comments in his stream, and the amount of people that were saying Hakim Ziyech out, Hakim Ziyech, you know, take him off, take him this, he's not performing. The amount of people that were commenting, those comments was ridiculous. And in the first half, Hakim Ziyech played well. You know, he was playing a decent game, and to be honest, I think Hakim Ziyech does do things that others are reluctant to do. Like you said, you know, taking them shots from outside the box, and most of them shots, if you watch them again, they're on target, and they make the goalkeeper, you know, make a save. You know, very few of them are straight down the center. A couple are, but most of them, they actually require the goalkeeper to make a save. And that is something that we need, and that is something that, you know, that you can see, you know, he's going to keep on doing. And he did it, you know, today, and he got us the equalizer with a very, very nice shot from outside the box, a low-driven left foot shot. And I think Hakim Ziyech does, have fans and does have people who dislike him. I think Sadwaki yesterday said something about the fact that he has, you know, a chip on his shoulder. He sulks a little bit too much. His personality is different than everybody else. You know, everyone has their own personality, and it's a matter of, you know, being able to deal with him in a way to utilize him for the benefit of the club. Because in the end of the day, he's a player for Chelsea Football Club, and Chelsea Football Club need to, you know, utilize their assets. Hakim Ziyech is one of our assets. So yeah, but you know, generally, I think we are able to get the best out of our players. And you know, Pulisic today, you know, he showed a different side to his game, in my opinion. You know, he was mixing it up. He was, you know, doing the ugly stuff, but he was doing it properly. He was doing it right. You know, he was trying to keep possession of the ball. He was looking for passes, not just the darting ones that he normally does. And you know, Pulisic and Werner today, you know, they played well. They played well, and it was more of a two-striker system today with Hakim Ziyech just behind them for a large part of the game, which looked all right. I know Bobby is quiet, and I'm sure Bobby has things to say about this, and so is Julius Dwaki. You know, lads, jump in whenever you want, and you know, share your thoughts. You know, the forum is open for everyone. And for those of you in the chat, you know, feel free to jump in at any time. There is a pinned link in the comments, so click on that and jump in. And for those of you who are new to Bagger TV, do me a favor of subscribing. Do me a favor of
subscribe to Bagger TV.
That. Bobby, it's all yours, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Hakim's a strange one. He did play well today, but as good as he is, I still think he needs another season to get to his best. He's getting used to a rugged league, and if he has any weakness, it's his weakness. Physically, he's not always up to it in terms of the challenges and so on, but he's getting better. I'm just so happy and so proud of the riches in our squad and the fact that this man is able to utilize the squad. I mean, just as a caller said earlier, Mount, Chilwell, they weren't even on the bench. Silva, I mean, that's just fantastic. You know, the fact that we could come out with a quote-unquote weakened side and still to do this to Man City, it's a very good sign, lads.
No, I agree. Squad depth, Chelsea have it this season. Yeah.
Can I just clarify something that I said yesterday? All right.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
I didn't say he had an attitude problem. I said he tends to sulk visually. You can see that he's sulking, right? And when he does that, transmits to the team, and it transmits to the other players as well of the opposition, right? They're saying that he's not happy. And if something happens to him and he's not happy, that's what they're going to carry on doing to him. Yeah. As I've said before, right, I was a big fan of Lampard as a player, but I was never a fan of his as a manager or coach, right? And my issues with this squad is that he never utilised it the way he should. Yeah. You've got like Arnold here can do. Been watching him for 4 years. Right. I was watching Pulisic. In truth, Tuchel's been at the club for 3 and a bit months. That's it, 3 and a bit months. Yeah. Right. So the players had enough thrown at them with COVID, no pre-seasons, all that stuff, settling into the newer guys especially, settling in, all the stuff's been said, new league, new country, etc., etc. Then the management change, right? And in those circumstances, you need the right manager to bring that out of you, yeah? And now we've got him. And notice I used the word manager, not coach, manager. Lampard was a coach, yeah? And now we have a manager. I know that in most people's eyes, a manager is someone who goes by the players in the old style, right? But for me, a manager is someone who takes a player to one side, puts his arm around him, right? Builds up his confidence, whatever, or he takes one to the other side and kicks the backside when he knows they're not doing the right thing. And the manager knows which each player needs, right? And it's about molding them into a team. Before, we were like running around, an individual, two individual side, one individual here, etc., etc. Someone mentioned the other night about Real Madrid in the Real Madrid game. And somebody, I think it might even been you, Baggy, said that we were the better team. Yeah. The operative word was team. We played as a team, right? Real Madrid were truncated, right? They've got too much arrogance. That whole club, I cannot stand it because they've got this blown up image of themselves, right? And it's why a manager never lasts more than 5 minutes, because a manager goes in, even if he wins something, some players don't like him. Oh, who are you to leave me out, etc., etc. They're not like any other major club with a big squad. You have your Galacticos. It's a difficult balancing act, but with Tuchel, I'm hoping that we found the right man for everything: tactics, balancing, the players' attitudes, and things like that. Next season, if it's my choice, I would let Billy Gilmour go out on loan. Okay, let him go and get some. I understand why Tuchel kept him close by now. Let him go and get some games under his belt, right? But when we do these things, we need to pick the right club as well and the right manager. I was okay with Barkley going to Villa because JT's there, right? JT is different gravy. I don't want to like split hairs between JT and Lampard and stuff like that. JT is someone who had it tough. Yeah, he started at the club as a kid, had to work his way up, fight his way in, right? Lampard has always been used to having things easier because of his dad, his uncle, all that stuff, right? He never had to worry about being released, yeah, right? But JT did. And the fact that JT became our captain and the leader, legend, all that stuff, is down to the fact of the character of that man, JT. Yeah. Now, I believe that he will be a future manager and he will be a lot different from Lampard because JT's doing it the right way. He started off as a number two.
I agree with you, Rocky. JT is going down the scenic route. He's actually, getting the experience. He's learning from proper managers. People who have more experience. He ain't just going down the getting the certificates or whatnot, and then just jumping in the deep end. And I think JT might be a successful manager in the future for Chelsea. Maybe that's something that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah. For me, right, Didier Drogba is one of my favorite all-time players. Yeah, and Pat Nevin. The older guys will remember Pat Nevin, right? But our true legend, our greatest player, is John Terry, because he's the highest scoring defender ever in Premier League history. He's a leader. He's a legend, right? He picks people up, right? He boots people up the backside if he has to when he was a captain, right? It's not all about who gets the most goals in your history, right? It's about who puts most into the club, right? He could have went to Man City and got a lot more money. They tried to sign him and he rejected them, right? And he stayed loyal to the club, right? I'm not comparing that to Lampard going there or whatever. That's later in the career.
Rocky, you started to divert, and now you're like 300 miles down the one.
I'll get back to it, right? I know what Ziyech can do, right? All I can say to our supporters, our fan base, right, is don't pigeonhole players into one position, because most of those guys can play more than one position. Okay? Don't turn around and go, he's a left winger, he's a right winger, he's a striker, etc., etc. Don't pigeonhole our team. And I know what they can all do, right? Like I said, I watched Sancho today, right? And he's got issues as well, right? With the way he runs across the line and that. Someone said last night that he's a right winger. Let's get him and play Pulisic on the left. He's not. He's a left wing stroke central midfielder, attacking midfielder. He can play.
What's Rocky? I think the way that Callum is playing, with literally 15 minutes he got today. And the fact that he's been away for so long, I think Callum Hudson-Odoi showed that he still has it, and maybe we should be giving him more time. And if we can't afford to give Callum more time, then why would we want to go and get Sancho and put him on the bench?
He's not going to. In the current situation we're in, we were in, he's had to do and manage those players the way and use the players. He said it that he picks a team based on the opposition, right? So if the opposition, he thinks Callum doesn't suit playing against that opposition, then that's what he's going to do. Right?
I want to give DJ. I want to give DJ Sav a chance to jump in. DJ Sav, bring us back to the game tonight. Chelsea and Man City. What a result!
First of all, big up my Chelsea bros. How you all doing? You all good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Oh man, what can I say? First of all, I have to say one thing. First of all, Agent Aguero, well done for your penalty kick, mate. I love that. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Think alike, DJ.
Agent Aguero,
I just love that penalty. And what he was trying to do, mate, I do not know. Anyway,
he thought it was Kepa in goal.
He was trying to work out his new deal at Chelsea, man. He's trying to work out his new deal at Chelsea, man. That's what he's doing, man.
Did someone just say Kepa wouldn't have saved that?
No, Kepa would have saved.
No one said that. No one said that. They said he thought Kepa was in goal.
And you know what?
That's the goalkeeper who saved 2 penalties in a shootout against Frankfurt when we could have easily gone out of that Europa League. That's the guy who saved the penalty.
Sodaraki, bro.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have mentioned.
I'm not putting Kepa down. I was just saying about.
I'm not saying it was you. No, I'm not saying it was you, DJ. DJ, I didn't say it was you. I heard a voice out the side.
Oh no, okay. But listen,
and he apologized as well. He apologized.
No, it's cool, mate. It's cool. But no, come on. What a game today, mate. I mean, I think we literally turned up there today. I actually thought when I saw that lineup today, I thought to myself, you know what? I know what he's trying to do. But for us now, I said we're going to get into that third spot, and how right I was. We've got to that third spot. What a game the guys played, especially in the second half. I thought first half we were a bit hit and miss in the first half. The second half we shown, and Ziyech's finish was excellent. I'll have to say, I call him Alon's slow, but I tell you what, he got there on time for that goal, for that second goal. Honestly,
it was nice. It was nice.
It was nice. It was nice. Again, from a team.
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
Nah, Slocky, go watch it. Go watch it. It was a sweet goal.
I watched the game, but my IPTV stopped working when it was 1-1.
Oh no! Go and watch it. What a goal it was! And I tell you what, you know what's annoying me the most? What's annoying me now the most, guys, is this: Mika Richards, Gary Neville, and Jamie Redknapp. What the heck were they talking about? It should have been a penalty kick. 100% a penalty kick.
Yeah,
that was no way near a penalty kick today, man. No way near. He got that ball square today.
1 second.
Can I remind you one thing, DJ?
Ivan, I'll put you on mute. One second, Slocky. Ivan, I'll put you on mute because you're having a loop in your audio. Okay, he's gone.
Yeah.
DJ, can I say one thing? Right?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Let me just say one thing and I'll stop. Right?
Yeah.
Remember whose cousin Redknapp is?
Yes, I do.
Frank
Lampard.
Yeah. Right. When he got the sack, he slated Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
And he said he wasn't given enough time to work out his players. Players weren't getting enough game time, right?
Yeah.
Because he had too big a squad. Then just before Mourinho got sacked, Mr. Jamie Redknapp was mourning when he had that bust up with Roy Keane about the quality of the Tottenham squad. He was mourning, but he hasn't had enough time, has he? Mourinho doesn't pick him. Mourinho doesn't give them enough game time. So the thing he was mourning about, right, about Mourinho, is things that Lampard did, because Lampard chopped and changed his defence constantly.
Can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead, Julius.
I just want to say something to Sodiraki regarding Lampard. What's it called? When first of all, when Lampard took the job, nobody was interested to take this job. This is one. Two, when Chelsea appointed Lampard, knowing he doesn't have any experience, and knowing that he would not have the capabilities that we have this year, still took us to 4th place. Why would you appoint a manager with no experience and sack him the year after if he's underperforming? You should be expecting these things to happen with a young manager like that. Don't appoint him.
You asked me a question.
It's more than that, though. I think it's more than that.
Right. You asked me a question. Right. The rumour is that it was offered to John Terry first, right? Because of his leadership qualities. And JT turned it down, right? Lampard, right, should have turned the job down. Don't kid yourself that nobody else would take the Chelsea job, transfer ban or not. If you're paying them 3-4 million a year, right, with a half decent squad, they will take. I'll take the job for 500,000, right? Never mind millions. Don't kid yourself that there was no one else, because there was.
But isn't the bigger issue? Isn't the bigger issue the fact that Chelsea approached Lampard? Because everybody likes to ignore this part of it, but that's what I think. I don't blame Lampard for not being good enough, or for even taking the job. I blame the board for approaching Lampard in the first place. That's what I'm
all right, guys. You know, forget Lampard, forget John Terry, forget this. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. Next person to divert the subject, I'm booting you out. I'm serious. Come on, let's talk about this game.
Yeah,
everyone is talking. Let's talk about the game.
Can we talk about the game up to the 87th minute?
Saeed, you've been waiting. You've been quiet, my friend. What do you think about the game today?
I am quiet because you are the host, and you give DJ the priority over me, so I am informed.
He came in before you. Listen, 2 seconds. 2 seconds before you. 2 seconds before you came in.
No.
Sorry, Saeed.
2 minutes. I love DJ. He knows it. But you know what? Okay, just kidding. What should I say? Look, I can say after every game the same thing. I'm amazing. I'm amazed. I'm pleased. It was a great game. It was very good football. After all, really good football. And please, guys, okay, I'm not here. Look, Man City is a great team. Just get real. They play very, very good football. They make not a lot of mistakes, and Chelsea is yes, I mean, I can't find any words how fast Chelsea transformed to such a high level. This is, in fact, for me, for me, it's clear. I give all the credit to Thomas Tuchel. He is the man who just has. I don't know. He always do these things for year over year.
Yeah, he has the vision. The vision. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Experience. He has the experience. He has.
Where would you rank Tuchel among the best coaches at Chelsea?
Look, this is not. Look, I don't want to go over this ranking thing. I'm not this kind of guy. I don't like your player rankings. I don't like your manager ranking, the best team ranking. I don't have a look at football. I see football in other way. I just when I see good football, I spot it. I can spot it. And Chelsea today is playing. Chelsea for sure is one of. At this moment in time, for sure, one of the best football teams in the world. That's all I can say. Go on.
What you said makes a lot of sense, because we've been talking about the players a lot on the stream, and the fact that the players are doing this today. These are the same players that were not doing this yesterday under Lampard. But today under Tuchel, they're able to do this, and that shows you what Tuchel has done for the players. And you know what? We talk about the formations, we talk about the lineups, we talk about all that kind of stuff. It isn't just that. It's the way that the players are approaching the games. It's the way that the players are attacking. Look, we played against Real Madrid. You saw the way we played. We played against Real Madrid with confidence. We were not afraid of Real Madrid. We were not looking at Real Madrid as a hurdle. We were looking at them as a stepping stone. And today, it's the same thing with Man City. Man City for us, it was about setting the benchmark for our main target, which is the Champions League final when it comes to Man City. And we played them without fear. You can see it. There were mistakes. There were errors. In some of the decisions, but you'd expect that from any player in any game. I got another super chat, Gabriel, my man. You need to stop these super chats, man. I appreciate them, but
Baggy, I just want to.
This is for Said.
Gabriel,
Baggy,
Gabriel, thank you. You're right. Yes.
Baggy, I just want to defend my club a little bit.
Go ahead.
I've got to go backwards.
Who's attacking it? Who's attacking
this? Well, not attacking it per se, but there's a criticism in and around the appointment of Frank Lampard.
Come on, Bobby. Let's leave that topic away for now, man. Leave Frank Lampard on for now. Go on, make it quick, though.
Bobby's going to kick you out.
Make it quick, Bobby. I'll give you 60 seconds, mate.
Okay, I mean, sometimes we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. The club just reached out to at a difficult time, to an ex-player and gave him a chance. If they hadn't given him a chance, they would have been equally criticised. They did it before with Robbie Di Matteo, and we won the Champions League. So I don't really look at it as that bad a thing. Nobody dislikes Lampard. In fact, we're grateful that he brought through the youngsters. That's all.
Yeah, very much. And the other thing, correct me if I'm wrong as well, guys, but isn't this actually the first time we've actually gone a goal down and actually come back and won a game? I don't think under Thomas Tuchel we've ever been any goals down, because people say, how would Chelsea react to going a goal down? I think we've actually done that today as well. We've actually gone a goal down. Yeah. And against Manchester City as well, out of all clubs, at their home ground, we've gone and beaten them at their home turf, being 1-0 down. And a missed penalty on top of that. I still keep laughing at missed penalty.
Yeah. Speaking of misses, can I just quickly make a point as well?
Yeah.
Because Chelsea put the ball in the back of the net like 4 times in this match, right? Something like that. So I think when Tuchel talks about precision, this is what he means, you know? The very last inch of the very last moment of the last move of the match, someone just doesn't really, you know, it's not really clicking as well as it should, as well as it could. So I think if we really work on the offside thing, we could have scored a lot more goals. We could have been 3 or 4-0, 4-1,
100%
match. So that's part of the fine tuning that can be done in the future to make us the title winner. You know.
May I say that? You know what? Do you see? After every game, we have the same conclusions. We have a lot of chances. Oh, we don't score the goals.
Yeah,
I think that's part of being a young team and having such a young strike force. You know, these lads that in the past 3 months that Tuchel has been here, they've improved tremendously, and next season they're going to be better still. So let's just bear with them. We've always wanted to have a young squad full of academy lads and give them time. Well, this is it. We're giving them time. They had time last season. They've got in some more people this season, some more sort of experience this season. And next season, there'll be more players still. So, you know, it can only be upwards now with this team.
Bobby, I can't agree more with you. But what I think the foundation of the current success is the defense. You know, it's the goals will come with time. You will see it, Bobby. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. You know, with time, they will get.
Do you know what, Bobby? One thing that I saw a lot of today was the fact that Timo Werner was able to do those runs, and the players were finding him. There was a lot of passes behind the Man City back line today, and in the past we see Werner making those runs, but no one was actually looking out for him and passing that ball to him. Today we saw that happen quite a lot, and we saw that happen against Real Madrid as well in the last game. So I think the players are starting to gel better. You know, the fact that they've had a season together now, you know, they know each other better. They know the way that they play, and they're able to build their chemistry. If we want to use a FIFA term, you know, them yellow lines are not turning blue. Them connected lines are not turning blue. Sorry, turning green. They're turning green. So people are knowing how to play with one another, and I think that is going to improve a lot for next season.
Did anyone notice?
And I agree with you.
Did anyone notice how Billy Gilmour stepped up when Kante came off?
No, he was
and Jordan came on and he took Kante's role. I mean, that boy he's wow.
Talent.
You know, he's really started to show his own. I mean, he was in that midfield with Kante and then with Jorginho, and it was all seamless. That is a sign that he's there already.
I have no problems with Billy Gilmour playing, and I think right now Tuchel has more confidence in selecting him and picking him in the middle of the park based on these last 2 performances. I think confidence that he is gaining as a player is increasing, and also in Tuchel's confidence in him as a player is increasing. So I think we've earned another holding midfielder from these two games.
Yeah, and also I don't know if you guys are talking about youngsters. There was a new one that made the bench today, beginning with L. Is it Livramento? Livramento, yeah.
Livramento.
Yeah. What? I've not actually. I've seen a youngster. I've not. What is he a midfielder?
Right. Right back and right wing.
Right back, right wing. Again, I would have loved to have seen him. Maybe I guess he couldn't give everybody a chance today, but it would have just been good to see him come on and see what he could have done. But hey, listen, we can't really.
Maybe
see
against Arsenal.
He's good.
Maybe. Is he good? Is he?
No.
Maybe against Arsenal.
Yeah, I've seen the youngsters, but I don't know if I've ever seen. Maybe I've seen him, but I've just maybe picked him out before. Maybe I've just not picked him out. But I do watch a lot of the youngsters play.
Alex, one second, lads. Alex, the link is in the pinned comment. The link is in the pinned comment, Alex. Sorry, lads, carry on.
Yeah, sorry, Cedric. You were saying, Cedric. Okay, you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, he plays more games for the under-23s now than the youth. So you got to watch. To see the best youngsters, you got to watch both teams because they move from one to the other, right? Yeah. That's why we this year struggled with the Youth Cup and things like that because the better players are being played in the under-23s. But he is good. He's tall, quite long-bodied. Yeah, right? He's good on the ball. Got a good shot, good cross. He's good in the box on the air as well. So he can play either. He plays right back. Or right wing, right midfield. Right? Okay. He can play in a 3 as well. I've been going on about him for months. Even on my Facebook page. Been going on about him for months. I think he'll get his chance, right? He'll get his chance the minute he plays the points we need. Right? Not Arsenal.
No.
Maybe not Leicester. But unless we it's quite possible we could clinch top 4 position by Arsenal, right? Because Liverpool are 0-0 at the moment, right? Teams are dropping points, So it's possible by the Arsenal game, the lowest we can end up is 4th, right? Liverpool are 0-0. So maybe
they've just scored.
Mane, yeah. Who's just scored? So, yes, Mane, I think.
Liverpool just.
I think Livramento will probably get a game at Villa.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I wanna say a big up to Alex. Alex, welcome to the stream.
Alex. What's happening, bro?
You're like an hour and 7 minutes late. I don't know what we've been doing, mate. What's going on?
More celebrating, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Excellent,
man. You know, I know I can't swear on here, but you know, I'm just gonna say the B word. You know, Tuchel made Pep Guardiola's, B. You know what word I'm gonna say. You know, he made Tuchel made Pep Guardiola's, B. You know, he made him his goal. You know, and he wrapped him up.
She-dog.
You know, she-dog under the bed. Told him, nice story. You know,
right, shit, man.
But look, man, what win? I've relaxed a bit more. I was a bit more crazy before, but what win? Yeah, you know what I mean. There hasn't been many games this year where we won a last-minute goal, and the best way of winning the game is like that. Those are the best moments. A last-minute goal is always the best way of winning.
Last-minute goal by Alonso. I mean,
of all people,
wow.
Of all people, man. Of all people. Anyone tells you that Rodri is better than Jorginho? Oh, man.
Nah, nowhere near, mate.
Nowhere near Jorginho's level. Or Billy Gilmour's. Nowhere near. And people were scared. Oh, Pep is changing his formation. He is playing this way. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Oh, no. Here we come. Man City are going to win it. They're going to shock Tuchel. It's going to outclass Tuchel.
That's what I mean. That annoyed me the most before the game. Seriously.
And
the man said it. The man said it. I'm coming for you. I'm hunting you down. Yeah. He said so it. True. And he's doing it. He said that and he's doing it. He's delivering on what he said.
So much to say, man. Aguero thinks that he can do that to Chelsea. Oh,
to Mendy.
Alex, you mean Agent Aguero, yeah?
Agent Aguero. Hey, maybe Agent Aguero. He's got the audacity to do that. It's not happening. We're not West Brom. We're not with these lower teams, man. We don't get Chelsea are not the kind of club to get scored on like that. Mendy was I just saw Mendy's face. He was like,
he was like licking his lips and like, oof, I had a bit of that, but thank you very much. I could have, my grandmother or my grandfather could have sat on a chair having a nice cup of tea with some biscuits and actually catch the ball. You know what I mean? It was easy to say if you're making his life, you know, but, you know, take it. You know, I just want to speak about someone today, man. Billy Gilmour, man. You know, it was a foul and it was a penalty. Yes. You know, he you know, you move on, you make mistakes of that. Jesus was clever to get the pen. It was a penalty, but it was a clever way, the way Jesus made the foul. You know, Billy Gilmour, the first Fulham game, he was a bit shaky, and you know, obviously it was his first game back in a while, so he had to kind of get in rhythm. But look, this shows Tuchel's trust in him to play him at such a vital, important game. People say, "Oh, Man City, whatever," you know, they're a good team. You know, no matter who you play, they're still gonna play well. But you know what I mean? To put him in this kind of game, you know, it was massive. You know, this winning today, I think we got top four. I think winning this game has made us top four, you know, chances of getting top four 100%. And look, Billy Gilmour today was, you know, brilliant. And people say that, you know, he's not. No, actually, wait. Before I say that, one interesting thing that I was so kind of happy about was when Kante and Jorginho kind of switched, right? Gilmour was playing a different role. I think Gilmour and Kante wasn't the best partnership. I think it doesn't work as well as Jorginho and Gilmour play together. Because I think Gilmour is a bit like he plays the Jorginho role, but I don't think he's a Jorginho type of player. He's more a box-to-box player, right? So when he was playing the Jorginho role, he was cool on the ball, but Jorginho plays that role better because he's more an experienced guy. What you need to do with Gilmour is to let him more go forward and actually go and make those movements. And he had to adapt his game, you know. He was playing a different way when Kante came off and when Jorginho came on. And look, and Gilmour, he's a bit like a Verratti kind of player, right? People think he has a big field. You need to have, you know, strength. You need to be physical. You need to be tall. You need to be like that kind of Roy Keane type of player, you know, where you tackle and you get on the ball. You don't have to, you know. Gilmour's that kind of Verratti kind of player where he's just very clever in his head, and he knows the movement and he knows football and he knows the way to move around the pitch. And there's no wonder why so many professional footballers praise him. You know, even Roy Keane, when you first saw him, he thought he was world class. You know, he thought he was a world class player on the first moment you saw him playing in the game last year against Liverpool. And he's just a very clever guy. And the amount of times where obviously Chelsea play from the defense back, so you know they start from the defense to then lead the ball forward to the attack. And the amount of times that when Gilmour and Jorginho were there, Gilmour would pick up positions in a pitch where he would actually unlock that attacking phase to then go and counterattack on Man City, because obviously Man City's players were pressing us. So it was brilliant. And you know, it was so nice also to see at the end of the game where, you know, Tuchel was hugging Gilmour, and you can see it. Look, and to be a top team, we need to always switch things. And to have a player like Gilmour, who might not still be the starting player in our team, to come on as a second option and do that, it's brilliant, you know. And to win titles, you need strength and depth, right? And having Gilmour there, playing him, I hope he plays better, and I hope he can even elevate his performance higher. And having the likes of Jorginho, Kante, even Kovačić being there, and Thomas Tuchel, I think his performance will elevate higher. Look, good performance from him today. He just needs to keep it up, you know, keep it up, and people will start praising him more, because I think
I totally agree. I totally agree. I got 131 people in the stream, lads. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe to Baggy TV.
Incredible.
Hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being in the stream. Yeah, let's get this okay. I want to give Boogeyman. Wait. Let Boogeyman have his say. Then we'll switch over to you, man. Let Boogeyman have his say. Boogeyman, welcome to the stream. Tell me what you're feeling, man. Tell me what you're feeling.
Yeah, it was one of the weirdest game I've seen so far. So under Tuchel, today at least we saw something. Because a lot of my friends, people I talked to before, used to say Tuchel's system will be challenged when we go down. Like when we when we get scored on first. So today, like you see how people say, "Oh, we are too defensive. We're too just pushing the ball around." We'll see the Tuchel system if it works under when we're losing a game. So today, at least we saw something. We still managed the game and we end up winning it. It's just. And someone also touched about Billy Gilmore. I think it was Alex. Yeah, say Billy Gilmore was performed better with Kovacic with Jorginho than was with Kante, right? But I think it's because City midfield was a little tired already. So when Jorginho comes, Jorginho is the type of person that always keep the ball, pass the ball, take a lot of stress out of the people around him. So that helped Billy Gilmore a lot. But I don't think in a major game we should ever start Gilmore with Jorginho. Both are too slow for me. That's my.
I don't agree, Boogie Man. I think Gilmore is. Well, yeah, look, I see your point, but at the same time, I think Gilmore does have the potential to go and do that position. Look, we can't take away Kante today.
Yeah,
world class again.
My point is, if you see most of Gilmore ball passes today, when we were losing that game, Gilmore has a lot of chance to make the pass forward, but he keep passing the ball to the defense. I didn't like that at all.
No, I agree, and that's what I'm saying.
Too many chances where we should go forward, but he keep the ball, pass it back.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's not that type of player. He's not a Jorginho kind of player where he can be calling the ball from the back. I think he's the guy who should be ahead of Jorginho. The guy when you came on, we saw Jorginho take that role, and we saw Gilmore in more advanced positions. And Gilmore in those kind of final third passes, he was.
No. You're right. You're actually right. But if Gilmore is smart, we need two people that can play exactly like Jorginho. We need two midfielders.
Look, he's 18 years old. He's 18.
Yeah, but he has to adapt his game to be exactly Jorginho replacement to have a future at Chelsea. Because Jorginho is getting old. That's what I'm thinking.
I think Gilmore can still do that. And he didn't do it badly today. It wasn't bad. I think he improved from the Fulham game.
Gilmore is a better player than Jorginho.
Is he to the level of Jorginho? No, because Jorginho is 29, he's 19. So I understand the criticism, but at the same time, like you can't. It's like saying, like, you know what I mean. It's like if I go out on a date with a girl, you know what I mean, and I say a couple of things, it doesn't mean in a way that it's like
you're a stud.
It's like wait. It's like basically imagine Jorginho, he's the guy who's been having that role for 3 or 4 years, right? And Gilmore is he's still getting used to playing that role. So
I still think
bad. It's not like he did bad. It's just Jorginho is just better than him because he's done that. He's been there more. He's
experienced. He's experienced more. Yeah,
you know,
and he's older.
I completely disagree. I disagree.
I think we kind of saying close to the same thing, but Gilmore may have a lot of potential. But me, I can only compare two players as today, like today, right now. I'm just saying as today.
I wanna give Julius a chance to come in on this. Julius, what's your thoughts on this?
I think I'm sorry, but I think it's nonsense. Because Gilmore is better than Jorginho today. He is better than Jorginho by far, actually. And I don't see that I don't know why Boogeyman. Why are you don't think Gilmore was great? I don't. Just name me one thing he did bad today. He was
no. I think Boogeyman is not saying that Jorginho was Gilmore was bad. I think I don't know. Maybe you think it was bad, but I feel that I think you think that he wasn't. He was good, but I think you're trying to compare him to Jorginho. And understand, look, you can't.
Look at his passing, bro. Look at his passing.
No. I thought Jorginho. I thought Gilmore was brilliant. But I can understand what Boogeyman is saying, though. I think I can understand where he's coming from. That he can still. There's points in the game where he's picking up the moments in the back, and he's releasing it too quickly, or he's passing it. But that's not criticism. That's just normal.
Alex, let me jump in here. You see, in regards to Jorginho and Gilmore, they're very similar, but there is one key difference. Jorginho is a more defensive-minded midfielder, while Billy Gilmore has a more assertive, a more aggressive approach to the midfield. You will see Gilmour do more in regards to riskier passes, direct passes, moving the ball forward more. While Jorginho can do it, but he is hesitant to do it. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying he's a little bit more restricted in his passing. He doesn't want to risk giving the ball away. While Gilmour, he might be a little bit more prepared to do that. I also think Gilmour is sharper. Gilmour has more pace than Jorginho. But I do believe that Jorginho has the upper hand when it comes to experience, when it comes to being able to handle tougher situations. You can't really compare the two purely for the fact that there's a massive age gap between them and experience gap between them. I think by the time Gilmour is where Jorginho is in regards to his career, I think Gilmour would have achieved a lot more and would be a substantially better player at that point in time. Whether or not he's better today, it's subjective.
Yeah, look, man, if we had a final tomorrow, I wouldn't play Gilmour. I'll play Jorginho because not just the experience. He's no matter how Gilmour played well, and yes, he can bring more qualities. Jorginho's played that role more. He knows them more, And I think yes, I see what he does, but I would still play Jorginho. I think our best pairing is still Jorginho and Kante. Even if Gilmour's there, he showed us today he can do that good also. But it's not just having one game, have a run of games. But that's what I'm saying. We should play him more. Let's maybe give him a game against, who knows? He might play him against Arsenal, You know what I mean? I wouldn't be. I'll be for it. Give another game, Billy against Arsenal. Why not? You know what I mean? But look, man, the whole game, I was just looking forward to an Arsenal game. I was happy that Kante came off because I really want to step Arsenal on Wednesday, man. I want to show.
I think Gilmour will play against Arsenal. He has to. He's not going to risk giving Georgie or Kante full games. That's just how it has to be because they've played so much. He's got to utilize the squad, and Billy's part of that squad. And Billy's developing. I don't think anybody thinks he's the finished article, but he's really improved in such a short period of time, especially with Tuchel here. And the trust is growing for Billy. I don't think he did badly today at all, to be honest. I think when I don't know whether he was better or worse when they did the switch between Georgie and Kante. I just think he was as good both times when he was having to be the holder and when he was allowed to go forward. Yeah, okay, he made a few back passes too many. I didn't really like that. I never like that in a midfielder. I think you should look forward. But when he did go forward, he looked good. And he was pushed over a couple of times. But what I like tough players. And Billy's a tough kid. A little kid, but he's a tough kid. And when they came to push him again, he stood his ground. That's a midfielder for me. He can go to battle.
I want to ask DJ Sav something, and I was waiting for him to come in. Ask him. Then he came in, and I forgot to ask him. So now that I remembered, I'm going to ask him. DJ Sav, Timo Werner. What a performance today by Timo Werner. I mean, what do you think? The man is getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there. I think the only thing he needs to do is just make sure he can try and get offside, be a little bit more onside, because I think that's the only thing that's missing. I think when he gets onside and he can put those balls in the back of the net, I think you'll see it differently. I think it was Eric that pointed out earlier on about those minor details that they miss out on, which is it's that one thing. He's not getting himself onside a lot, and I saw today, I could see the frustrations in his faces again today, and he put those balls in the back of the net. But I thought to myself, look, you should try and stay on a bit more onside, mate. You're playing so well, but you just need to keep yourself onside. And again, that will just come. I can't call it saying adapt. He's got to adapt. I guess it's maybe learning the fastest of English game. I don't know, maybe of the Premiership, but. He's getting there. I still don't doubt him for a second.
Well, you guys, do you think he needs to improve his dribbling and beating a man? Because every time he's 1-on-1 against a man, he just does well.
Yes, sometimes he gets lost. Yeah.
Come on.
I don't think he can improve that, to be honest.
The only thing he's good at is just running away from the player. He's not when he has the ball and he has to dribble him. He doesn't.
And sometimes he doesn't look up, does he? He doesn't look up. He's always down.
He does look up, but he dribbles one-on-one. The only thing he thinks of doing is just moving the ball left and then running. Like, do something else.
Well, what he's done better to make up for his lack of ability to dribble is he looks for the pass when he's cornered, and he's been getting the pass through. You know, even if it means thinking the ball over, he's getting better at that. I've got to give a shout out to Dave. My God, what a skipper! Anyway, I'm watching the game again, but lads, sorry.
Yeah, his decision making has to improve. I don't think we should expect him to become like Pulisic with his dribbling. But his decision making.
Guys, just like a little bit at least. I know what you mean, but still, man, like, come on.
But you know what?
You should be able to try and at least, like, you're quick. You should be able to try and at least try and attempt something. And every time you just, to be honest, literally every time I see Werner on the ball 1-on-1, I literally don't get excited. Look, I'm being honest, I don't get excited because he's on the ball, right? Because I know, like, he's not that talented of a player like a Pulisic who can really get through a player. So to be honest, or don't pass the ball to Werner if it's a 1-on-1, or change the,
I agree on that.
The style.
Sometimes,
that would suit more, so then he doesn't have to be on the ball, right?
You know what? One aspect that has become very clear to me over the past, God knows how many games that Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech have started together, is these two know how to play together. There is a lot of chemistry between them. I mean, Hakim Ziyech was literally pinging the ball out to Werner quite a lot today, and it was good passing. The amount of goals and assists that these two have had together has been quite good, and I think the partnership between these two should be built on. I think we have something there. We have
so much squad depth. It's crazy. It's incredible how much squad depth we have. We can switch players from which opponent we have. You know, it's crazy because you know, against Arsenal I see Havertz coming back. I'm coming back. You know, Mount wasn't even on the bench today, and to be honest, I think we did miss a bit of Mount today. I think
energy in the midfield.
In the midfield, I think because the thing is what Mount brings is just because I think Pulisic today was good, but at the same time you can tell that when Mount is not playing, because I think Mount he kind of picks those pockets and he picks the right kind of areas to kind of change the game quickly and turn it around. But look, we won the game. Like, you know, we're here talking about this, but we won the game. And look, well win, man. Well win.
All I can wish for Werner is hopefully next year he become more accurate in front of the goal. At least today, for example, I think it was in the first half when he has the ball and he trying to curve it to the left post. But the ball went completely up. The ball didn't even leave the floor. Like, it's just, I mean, those things, Mohamed Salah is pretty good at it. Every time Mohamed Salah bring the ball back onto his left feet, he always kick the ball from the ground and go completely in the post angle.
That's just confidence.
Yeah, but I just think Werner doesn't know when to stop running and just take a deep breath and just hit the ball properly. That part is missing in his game.
He overthinks, he overcomplicates stuff.
Someone also said when he has the ball, Werner has too many chances where he has the ball. All he has to do is run to the defender. Because the defender is already in his own box. So all you have to do, go close to the defender and push the ball and turn around. Penalty most of the time, but most of the time, when Werner has the ball, he always thinking about passing it. So he will run the ball away from the box and waiting for someone to come to pass. That's
it's very small margins. You know, I think it's very small margin football. You know, there's
every time I see those
things. And look, I hope Tuchel. Look, today Tuchel and then Tuchel's team. You know, Tuchel is a very he likes to analyze the games. You know, they will see what Werner's done wrong, and they'll tell him. You know, Werner, look, man. You had,
but I have a question
running, and all you have to do is just run back a bit to get outside and then run. You through. very small margins, very small margins that make you from a world-class player to a very average player, and it's very small.
Then I have a question. So Werner is what, 25 or 24 now?
25.
So he plays so many games for us. Does he watch himself after the game? Like, those are professional footballers. If you see that you have to change something in EPL, like, run to the defender. He does anyways. I just feel like if he's not doing it,
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does, but these things are easier said than done, and it needs a lot of practice because we're talking of in-game split-second decisions, which has to come with training and practice. Because for him, it's not a natural thing, so it has to be a learned thing. And just coming back to this thing about him and dribbling, I mean, Mohamed Salah is an excellent goal scorer, but he's rubbish at dribbling. You won't see Mohamed Salah dribble past someone, but he's so good at positioning himself, laying on the ball, and he has such an eye for goal that we don't even talk about it. And when Werner develops a bit more and becomes good, it'll be the same thing. He doesn't really need to be able to beat his man too often. He's fast enough to run past his man for people to lay the ball to him.
Exactly what I was trying to. We know he cannot dribble, but if he can just take one deep breath, control the ball, and lift the ball to the angle, I think we will not even care about his dribble quality.
He was never a dribbler. Anyways, his style of play is just running behind, and I think Werner is margins behind becoming an unreal goal scorer or a striker. It's just a matter of him timing his runs and know, as Boogeyman said, know when to stop running as well, and he'll be good.
Just take a book from Cavani. Just take a book from Cavani to play. Cavani's not quick. He's not really a good dribbler. But what he's good at is his movement and a way to pick the right timing. And clinical, and he's got that clinical edge. That's the only difference. And I think Werner will be like, look, man, I criticize Werner a lot, but I do think Werner can and be that, because the thing is with Werner, he's got the mentality for it, I think. I think he does have the mentality for it. I think we've seen that, he keeps persevering, he keeps doing this, and sometimes when a player says that, sometimes you think, like, is he just saying it just to hide his weaknesses? But look, I think he's got the mentality, and I think, look, we also under a really good manager who is getting a lot of these players best performances, not just one or two, the whole team, Rudiger, Christensen, Azpilicueta, Reece James, even Alonso today wasn't bad, Billy Gil, Jorginho. Look at Havertz, he's getting, Thomas Tuchel's getting, he has improved so many of these players. Like, look at Mendy also, just.
Did you see Rudiger's tackle today against Sterling? That was better than the goals, man.
Yeah.
Zuma, you mean? Zuma's tackle.
Zuma.
Oh my God, I was celebrating that tackle, bro.
Yeah,
I was so excited.
Zuma's very good at that. Yeah. That sort of recovery tackling. I think.
By the way, if Zuma was playing instead of Christensen, City wouldn't have scored the first goal.
Yeah, no, the thing was with Christensen for me, man. Like, I think he knows he made a mistake. Look, he's been good. He's been good last couple of months. But with Christensen, man, he needs to bulk up a bit. He got like, it's not even some big striker. It was bloody Jesus, who's like half the size of him. And he literally just got unmuscled there. And if someone tells me he got injured before,
he misjudged it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. If that's a level, if we can't have defenders who misjudge balls, then it costs us games. That's the same. The level's not there. And the mentality. Even if he misjudged it, he should have misjudged it, because he could have actually bodied his. The reason why he misjudged is because Jesus was just there before him, and he lost his balance. If that was Rudiger, he would have won the ball, because Rudiger pushed out. He would have won the ball. Same as Jesus. And I always he needs to bulk up a bit. I think Christensen just it's very marginal things, as we said again. It's just. But yeah, look. I hope
Christensen against Real Madrid, he was really good. He was really good against Real Madrid, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not criticizing.
And the problem with Christensen most of the time, I mean, other than the fact, he misjudged the ball today with Jesus, and also Zuma also misjudged the ball with Sterling. Like when he tried to cut the ball, then he noticed that now he misjudged it, but at least he kept touch with Sterling. He didn't just throw his entire body out. But Christensen always trying to do those tackles. When he gave his entire body, when he missed the ball, it's over. Against Aston Villa. Against Aston Villa, John Terry is with Aston Villa, right?
Yeah.
He played one game against Aston Villa where
when he got injured as well.
Yeah, but it was both.
Yeah, exactly.
Both situations. He
it's those situations then I don't really trust.
I've never been a big fan of Christensen. Yeah, credits to Tuchel. He's improved him a lot. But I actually think Zuma is a better defender. He's a better center back.
You see, the thing with Christensen, right? The thing with that, the chance, I don't think he should have even tried to like control the ball. It looked like he was trying to kick it in the air back to the keeper. He should have just shielded the ball, and then when the ball went down and was on the ground, he would have done whatever he was going to do from there. The ball was in the air, and he tried to like volley it back to the keeper. So that was the wrong decision.
He could have actually recovered properly. But look, man, I hope he gets a steady recovery because, man, he's been good, and we are going to need him. I think now, if it's a hamstring or some kind of a sprain, after the season, and I hope it's not. I hope he just came off out of embarrassment and knew that he just wanted to come off. So I hope there's nothing bad.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I want to ask Baggy a question though. What's your opinion on our center back situation? Like, who do you think is our best combo?
It depends. You're talking about the back three or the back four?
Back three.
Back three. Right now, it's got to be Azpilicueta, Rudiger, and Thiago. But at the same time, I think Zuma, for me, is a better defender than Christensen. So in regards to rotation, I prefer Zuma. And I don't prefer Zuma because I think he is more aware. I think he is more able in regards to his strength, his presence. I think Zuma does need to improve in certain aspects, but I think he is a stronger and a more productive defender than Christensen. I think Christensen has
that debate can go on for hours. I think Christensen is a better defender than Zuma, to be honest. But
can I add something?
It depends on what aspects you look at. If you're looking at strength, if you're looking at presence, if you're looking at heading ability, if you're looking at having a good partnership with the other defenders, I think Zuma is better. I think Christensen might be able to play the ball out from the back better. He might be able to make better decisions than Zuma normally.
I think it's positioning. I think Christensen's positioning.
Positioning, maybe. I mean, it's a subjective issue. Subjective issue. But I do believe we need to improve in our defense for next season. I think someone needs to be brought in purely for the fact that I don't think any of our defenders really. I mean, any two of our defenders can really play in a back four, and I think we need to have the option. So I think we need to address that. So a defender that is able to play in a back four needs to be brought in. And I think Thiago Silva plus one, maybe Thiago Silva plus someone who is left-footed. A defender needs to be brought in next season. Listen, lads, the stream has been going on for 1 hour and 14 minutes nearly. I want to thank everyone who's joined. This has been a massive stream for me. It's the first time I've actually hit more than 100 viewers at any one point in time in the stream. And I hit that on a regular basis in the stream. So thank you for joining the stream. Everyone who's new, do us a favor, subscribe to Baggy TV, like the stream. Thank you to everyone who's joined in the panel. I mean, you guys are the ones that are making this happen. And this stream is a regular stream. It's a daily stream. So lads, you're able to come on to Baggy TV and discuss all the latest topics on a daily basis. Normally we do reviews and previews, and we also do news roundups. So thanks for joining. Thanks to everyone in the panel. Thanks for everyone who's come in and who has left. Yeah, all I can say is well done, Chelsea. Congrats. We move on. Yeah, Champions League title, FA Cup title. This season's looking good. Have a good one, lads.
Baggy, quickly.
Go ahead,
one
DJ.
quick
Go ahead.
Just something just came on my tweet. It looks like UEFA not far behind of having an agreement to have the Champions League final to be played at Wembley. Apparently, it's not far off agreement.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
How much of that is true? I don't know. It just came on my tweet. That was all.
I heard it might be the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It might, that was an option.
Yeah.
I want it to be there. I want Chelsea to pick up the Champions League trophy in their backyard. Just to rub it in their noses, man.
Baggy, man, seriously, bro. Yeah, imagine a London club going and winning it there, and they've not even won a trophy there.
Yeah, and the Chelsea fans celebrating in front of their stadium as well.
No, that would have been a
spot on, Julius. Spot on.
No Tottenham player will ever be able to banter me again, man. Jesus
That
happened, man.
That would be good.
You know what? We can.
They'll be waiting for us outside the stadium.
Let them come.
Yeah.
Right,
They've done it before.
Did you see the protest? Did you see our protest? Let them come.
Which one?
We don't. What do you call it? The protest for the Super League.
Oh, they were playing guitars and having picnics in front of the stadium.
They were in their biggest store, man. They were shopping.
There was a guy protesting, right? But had a Spurs bag.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and the guy's telling him, is that the one when he's telling him, Uncle, why have you bought a bag?
Uncle, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Anyway, boys, thank you for being here. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one.
Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Take care.
Take care.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Let's go beat those Arsenals. Come on.
Yeah.